Welcome back, guys. Got a cool little overlook I wanted to show you. Got a fun story for you guys. So, back when I was still active duty Air Force, when I bought my first Harley, I think I was 19. Yeah, I was 19 years old. I just got back from Afghanistan, and I wanted to hashtag treat yourself, right? So I wanted to buy myself a Harley Davidson. So I did. And I bought it in the off season. I bought it in like February. Bought it, yeah, I think in the month of February. And I bought it on leave. I bought it here in the state of Washington. Well, when you buy a motorcycle when you're on leave, now you got to figure out a way to get it back to base. And it was February in Washington. So, you probably see where this is going. So I loaded the bike down with all my stuff, because as much as I could, because how I got home was I hopped a plane and I flew home. So I had no way of getting to ship this bike back. So it's February, there's snow on the passes, it's pretty damn cold, but I'm 19 and invincible, so I jump on the bike, I'm completely loaded down, and I take off. And I make it maybe a half an hour down the highway until I actually have to pull the bike over and warm myself back up. It was so damn cold. So my dad, being the forward thinker that he was at the time, gave me a thermos of hot water. You know, it's just something that I could drink if it got too cold. And this was after about 45 minutes of him trying to talk me out of it. So I don't listen, of course, and I keep going. Mind you, it's a 12.5-hour drive in a car to get from north central Washington down to central Utah. Well, more like northern Utah. I'd say more like northern Utah. So I'm going, and every like hour I have to pull over and try to get circulation back in my feet and my hands, because I didn't have any cold weather riding gear. Gosh, it's pretty up through here. So anyways, eventually I hit a pass, and you gotta go up and over the pass to get back to Utah. So there's about a foot of snow on the ground at the top of this pass. The road conditions are complete shit. And so my feet are, I'm basically going like 30 miles an hour up this pass, just freezing my ass off. I got one leg off on this side. I got the other leg off on that side of the bike just to stabilize myself, because it's icy and slushy and just worst case scenario. And I eventually forgot how cold it was. You know, my vision started to get blurry and fuzzy on the sides. And I literally started getting tunnel vision. And I could only focus on what was dead center in front of me. I couldn't see anything else. And so eventually I knew that I was in trouble. But the big thing is that I really wanted to get over the pass before I stopped again. So I'm coming down on the south side of the summit. I get down at the bottom of the hill of the pass itself, and I was like, I gotta pull over. I'm like, something is wrong with my body and my brain, because I can't see anything. So I get over to the side of the road, and I just get the kickstand out, and I basically just fall over. I just fall off the bike, which isn't fun. I don't think I've ever been over here. Oh, yes, I have. Anyways, so I fall off this damn bike, right? And then I hear the faint sound of like sirens. So I turn around, and there is an Oregon State Trooper right behind me. His lights are going, and he walks up to me, and he just starts yelling at me. Dad yelling, you know what I mean? Like, you idiot. What do you think you're doing? And he's pissed off, you can tell. And so he basically has to pick me up and drag me to his cop car, because I couldn't move at that point. So I'm sitting in the shotgun seat, at least, of his cop car, and he has the heat on full blast. And I put my hands up on the heaters, and I slowly came to. It was not a good time. Check this out, guys. This is Leader Lake. Wanted to take you guys up here, show you this. There's a boat on the water right now. This is a little campground that some people like to go to. I hope the camera's picking up how pretty this is. It's fun taking photos. But yeah, so anyways, to finish my story, cop let me sit in his cop car until I got all warmed up where I could actually see straight again. And then he just shook his head and said, well, I'm going to follow you to the state line, at least. I said, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it. Got back on the bike and kept going. Took me 18 hours to go 12 hours worth of normal driving. But I made it. Barely. But yeah, so I was getting a little cold, so I figured it just kind of reminded me of that story. So I figured I'd tell you guys as I'm showing you Leader Lake. Go up here and turn around. All the camping. This is the Harley Davidson Rubicon. End of the line. Don't want to disturb the fish too much for these guys. Oh, how far are you going to lean? There we go. Super pretty. it. Yeah, that freezing my ass off story on the bike is like, it's a core memory that I will always have is almost falling off the bike. Well, I did. I fell off the motorcycle and then turning around and seeing a cop. At 19, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be feeding the homeless and you'd still feel like this guilt type thing, much less when you're doing something stupid. So yeah, I just remember that overwhelming feeling of how dumb am I? My dad was right. Which, if you don't have those moments where you say, oh geez, Dad, you don't know what you're talking about, and then it's inevitably proven that he knows more than you, and you feel stupid. If you don't having those moments in your life, you're not living correct. You should have those moments, because I don't ride when there's snow on the ground anymore. Never again. How do you guys like the exhaust mic? If this video sounds different today, it's because I actually figured out how to do an exhaust microphone. Pretty cool. Maybe I should go in front. Probably gonna go faster. Yeah, I thought you guys would like that. That's Leader Lake over here in central Washington. Super pretty little campground. It's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon here, and it's like 48, 49 degrees, something like that. So I'm a little bundled up. Got a sweater, wearing a vest. Got my thick gloves on. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad at all. funny though, as the weather gets colder, you start looking just for little tiny, it doesn't even got to be a good one, but you look for little reasons to go jump on the bike. Definitely, it's definitely good for you. I don't know about you guys, but I get cabin fever, you know? I just can't sit in my house and just rot away. That's a pretty house right there. I just can't just sit. I'm like, I have a hard enough time getting through a movie nowadays. Everyone just got to stand up and move around, get the blood pumping. Got to get out of the house. And the perfect excuse to get out of the house is to go film some content for your YouTube channel atop your motorcycle. It don't get better than that. But yeah, that's gonna wrap me up for this one today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching my videos, you know. Really appreciate it. Do all the YouTube stuff. Do the liking and the commenting and the subscribing and the whatnots. See you guys on the next one. Take it easy.